tuned into 1100 WSGI. This is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne on One Street Over. I am so glad you all have joined us today. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for having a special purpose for each and every one of us. You are so amazing. Guide us today. Please give us the words and who we need to talk to today. We love you. We praise you. We need you. We surrender to you in the mighty and matchless name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Good morning. And I love when we have first-time guests. And that is exactly what we have today. Correct, Kevin?
First time.
First time. Kevin Kenerson.
That's correct.
Right. Yeah. All right. And which company are you with?
Yeah. Lending Hand Mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is local here in Robertson County?
We do business in Robertson County, but we're out of Madison, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And I know you because Cindy Norton introduced us, a mutual friend. I know a lot of you know Cindy Norton from South Haven, and you also know her because she teaches band exercise class over at Well in the Square. Matter of fact, today, guys, 10 a.m., Cindy's doing a half-hour class. So make sure you get over there. First class is free, guys. After that, it's only $5, and she then supplies the bands for you. So I'm loving that class. That's why I'm dressed the way I am, because I'll be headed straight over there. And for those of you that don't know, Well in the Square is right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore, 600 South Main Street, in the beautiful historic square right by the historic courthouse. So anyways, that is how I met Kevin. It was through Cindy. And so I want to hear all about the services that you guys provide, because I know that she speaks very highly of you. So tell us about your company.
Yeah, so it's hard to believe it, but back in 2005, my wife and I, we started the company Lending Hand Mortgage. Our slogan was lending a hand every step of the way. So it was significant of helping others. You know, in this business, buying a house isn't always easy. You know, it's a little overwhelming. It's, you know, there's always stress that's typically involved, but there's so many unknown factors. So when you have a buyer that really doesn't know what to do, or maybe they're not in the right position to purchase, they need a lot of guidance. So we took a slogan and an approach of lending a hand every step of the way. So it was a very fitting name for us.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and so back in 2005 when we started the company, there was a lot of subprime loans. And so you know, everything didn't fit necessarily inside the box. So it was a matter of making sure that we understand guidelines, making sure that we understand how to get someone into a home. And that was really the basis of the company, is making sure that we didn't leave any client, you know, an opportunity on the table that we weren't presenting to them. So, you know, that's kind of how we started the company. We started as a broker. We had like four people in the company. Really small. Still, we're not a large company or anything, but we are #1 mortgage broker in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, our initiative is, it doesn't matter the loan size. It doesn't matter, you know, the property type. We want to make sure that we provide that dream of home ownership to every consumer that comes to us.
Okay. Awesome. And did you know that you would be doing this? Like, I mean, when you were little, did you were like, oh, you know, I want to go into, or was there other things that you were into first?
You know, I love medicine. I thought I was going to be a doctor. My family was in medicine. And I thought, you know what? I want to be a doctor someday. I want to be a cardiologist. And I found out it took 12 years of schooling. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be in school for 12 years. I'm not that smart. Well, I thought I was kind of smart, but really I wasn't all that smart. And so I was like, well, medicine is not the way to go. And I loved real estate. I loved investing. At a very young age, you know, I was an entrepreneur, selling snack cakes in middle school, selling candy, selling necklaces that I made. And so, you know, I kind of had an entrepreneur spirit in some ways. And I knew I wanted to own a company. I just didn't know what it was at a young age. But God led me to this path. And you know, right before going to college, I thought I wanted to be in the military. Well, my brothers were in the military. My oldest brother, my middle brother, my next brother, he's still a colonel in the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
It's like, you know what? I think maybe I want to be in the military. Well, I went and I spoke to the Navy. And then my mom, she worked at Vanderbilt. So there was a tuition assistance with Vanderbilt at the time. And I thought I was going to get run out because I had so many siblings. I'm the youngest of 7. Well, she called me up and she says, you know what? Your sister's getting married, so you're going to have tuition assistance. And I said, well, you know what? I probably better go to school. So I went to school and I graduated in 3 years instead of 4. Became, you know, a staff accountant right out of school and realized that that wasn't necessarily a good fit for me. Well, my wife's father,
Hmm.
she was in real estate. He was in real estate. At a younger age, I bought a basically it was a program with Carlton Sheets. It was how to understand how to invest without a whole lot of money.
Mm.
So I had a lot of understanding in maybe some creative financing,
Hmm.
and I thought it was just a great fit to get into the mortgage side of things. I love finances. I love real estate. So God led me to that path to be where I am today, and I
Hmm.
feel like you know what? There's no other place that I'd rather be
Hmm.
right here
Hmm.
in financing.
That's awesome. So I know that you have some different helping programs that, like you said, some creative financing. So do you want to talk about some of those programs, perhaps, that how you can help people?
I think that there's a lot of consumers that feel like they have to save money to purchase a home.
Mhm.
That's not necessarily true. Sometimes it is good to have some money set aside just because you want to have some rainy day funds, but you don't necessarily have to have a down payment.
Mm.
We have about 7 different down payment assistance programs where we'll provide the assistance, whether it's USDA financing, whether it's THTA, whether it's the housing fund, whether it's some of our other programs that you can make unlimited income to purchase a house. Maybe it doesn't make sense to make a down payment, so we can capitalize on using some of those assistance programs to get into a home.
Ah.
We've got a 1% down conventional product because not all homes are going to qualify for FHA financing. So we utilize that 1% down conventional product, gets you into a home,
Mm.
less mortgage insurance. Essentially, if you have a $300,000 purchase price, you can get in with $3,000 out of pocket.
Ah.
Seller can pay your closing cost. So I mean, it's a huge opportunity,
Mm. Mhm.
and so many people say, well, I want to wait to purchase a house because I think that rates are going to get better, or
Mhm.
they think that prices of homes are going to come down. But over the last 83 years, there's only been 5 true years that the homes have not appreciated. And when you look at the grand scheme of things, 5 of those years came from, there's 7 of those years actually in 83 years. 5 of those years took place from 2008 to 2013, which was the greatest housing anomaly crisis that's happened in our history. So, homes continue to appreciate even if you have higher interest rates, and it's just because there's so many people that want to buy and so very few listings and so very little supply. So anytime you have that occurring, now you might have appreciation at 3%, you might have appreciation at 7%. It just depends on really where the rates are. With rates a little bit higher, you have a growth that's a lot slower. You're at about 3.5, 3.7% today. So the fact that some people are looking for homes to drop in price, it's just basic economics when it comes down to it. You have so many people that want to buy a house, but so few listings that are out there.
Mm. Gotcha. So if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Yeah, the best way is we have kind of a catchy phone number, 615-859-LEND,
Oh, okay.
859-5363. So 859-5363.
Okay.
If you want to just remember it real easy,
That,
615-859-LEND.
okay.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought you were going to go with the 8675309. When you said it's easy to remember, like, oh, okay. I wonder if somebody does have that number. I'm sure it gets called all the time.
I'm sure.
Now, you seem to be a little bit young to know that joke, but I guess, a lot of the 80s songs are being played again right now. I've been noticing.
Hey, I was born in 1980, so
Okay.
I know the songs.
All right.
Had older siblings, so I
There
know
you
them
go.
well.
Yes, I'm the youngest of 6 kids. And so I grew up listening to, Annette Funicello and, Elvis and just a lot of that, which I absolutely love still today. That's, but I graduated in the 80s. So, of course, I know all the 80s stuff. But anyways, okay, so that's the phone number. Is there a website or an email or anything like that, or a Facebook page, anything like that you want to share?
Yeah, our website is lhmtg.com.
Okay, say that.
lhmtg.com. So it
Okay.
stands for lendinghandmortgage.com.
Lendinghandmortgage.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so other programs that maybe people aren't aware of.
There are a lot of programs. So if someone is self-employed
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really show a whole lot of income on their tax return,
Mm-hmm.
we do have programs for the self-employed so they can prove income through bank statements. So if they have 12 months of bank statements or 24 months, depending on how much income they've had over the last couple of years.
Okay.
If the income was better 24 months ago, let's go with 24 months of bank statements.
Right.
Essentially what we do is we're going to look at those deposits and then we're going to average those over a period of time. So if it's a 12-month bank statement program, we're going to average those over a 12-month period of time. And then we're going to take an expense ratio. because someone is going to have an expense when they run their company. So if
Mm-hmm.
you have, let's say, $10,000 in deposits, using a 50% expense ratio, we're going to take 5,000 in deposits, and that's going to be their income.
Okay. Okay.
You do have to make a 10% down payment. Now, if you do have someone that's moving from another state, let's say they've sold a house in another state, they don't have a job, they don't have income, but they have a sizable down payment. We can always use a no income, no employment loan. It's going to have a higher interest rate, but it's a great opportunity for someone to get into a home without having income, without having employment. But they do have to have the down payment, 20% at least, and they do have to have what's called reserves. The reserves are to make sure that they can make their payment for an extended period of time.
Ah,
Okay, is it a long-term fit? No, it's more of what we would consider an acquisition loan. They can have, it's a 30-year fixed mortgage, so someone could utilize it for 30 years if they didn't want to refinance it. But let's say they have an understanding that they're going to begin to file their tax returns. Okay, after 2 years of filing their tax returns, potentially they could refinance into a traditional mortgage product.
okay.
So it's a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another one that if someone has, let's say they're a server or maybe they're a beautician and they receive a lot of tip income. We'll get a verification of employment from the
Server,
employer.
like a
Yeah,
restaurant
restaurant
server.
server.
I was thinking surfer.
Yeah, well,
the
surfer, I
beach.
guess, potentially could be one.
I'm from California. So.
Yeah, or a farm. Some of the farm workers,
Uh-huh.
they also use a lot of cash pay, but we could get a verification of employment from the employer, whatever the employer states that they make. It's a government loan program, so it's an FHA product. All they have to do is make a 3.5% down payment.
Ah.
So it's a great opportunity to get into a home if you have a lot of cash tips and you can't prove your income traditionally. So that's going to be for someone that's employed by a company.
Okay.
They've worked there for 2 years, and the employer can state how much they make per month.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. All right. Well, it is almost 7:15, which means we do need to talk about some other friends for a minute here. One Street Over is sponsored by Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. I don't know if you probably worked with them. Yep.
I do. Yeah.
You probably know
Great
them
people.
well. So when you need real estate service, you don't need to call a Nashville company that doesn't know Robertson County like the back of their hand. Barry and Rebecca Richards have lived here for almost 30 years, and they love serving their friends and neighbors. So get a hold of them. You can go to sellwithbecky.com. That's sell with Becky, and Becky is spelled BECKY.com. They are with Exit Prime Realty. They're an original sponsor of One Street Over, and we appreciate them. Make sure you tell them that U-Turn and WSGI sent you. However, I'm not U-Turn. I am Lee Marie, and I'm in for U-Turn Laverne. I got one more day, and that is tomorrow. She's been off for the last 10 shows. So I'm doing 11 shows in a row for her. I don't know if you remember, were you in the area when she was doing traffic?
Yes. I
Okay,
was.
then you know that name well.
Absolutely.
All right, very good.
Household name.
Yes, she's a superstar. One other group I do want to talk about is UPS, because they are another one of our sponsors here, both on Go Show and on One Street Over. So whether you are shipping, printing, faxing, or you need a last-minute notary, they have got you covered. So you can go, their Facebook page is the UPS Store 4297 Springfield TN. So if you always want to just go and see, they always have really cool coupons. And I heard that those coupons don't expire, so save them. I know right now it's for like a big print thing, so you guys, you can get something printed real big as a Christmas present. Now's the time to start thinking about that, right? So they're conveniently located right on Memorial Boulevard, very close to H.G. Hill. So stop in, and again, tell them that U-Turn Laverne sent you. All right, guys, we are here with Kevin from Helping Hand.
Lending Hand Mortgage.
Lending Hand,
Yeah.
yes, Lending Hand Mortgage. Sorry, I moved my notes. And you guys work with Cindy?
We do. We
Very
work with
closely.
Cindy. This is our 20th year. 20th year in operation. We've been really blessed. The market has always, there's been ups and downs, and in the business, you have those ups and downs will create a lot of movement in the market. You have a lot of loan originators in the market when things are good. When things get worse, obviously they kind of look for different jobs. But we've been very blessed. We've never fired anyone, so we've always kept our staff. But we're having some of the best years that we've ever had in a down market. So we've been blessed, to say the least.
That's awesome. So what other types of just insider advice can you give people right now that are listening?
Well, there's so many that think that, they need to wait until rates come down to purchase a house. But the one factor that we do have continually is appreciation. So let's say that you want to save 5% today, and you want to purchase a home in 1 year. Well, in 1 year, that house, because of appreciation, is going to be 5% higher in price.
Good point.
Don't wait to buy a house because the market is going to continue to grow. But right now, what we do is we say higher rates are a buyer's best friend. Because there are more listings in the market, this is going to give an opportunity for a consumer to purchase a house that they want. As you have more competition, it's harder to get that home under contract because you have a lot of competition. You have those that are bidding over the asking price. Well, when that happens, sellers are not going to pay concessions. So right now, there's an opportunity to purchase a home, get the home that you want, have the seller pay concessions, and potentially a lower rate. We have what's called a temporary rate buydown. So those temporary rate buydowns, you have a 2-1 buydown, you have a 1-0 buydown, you have a 3-2-1 buydown. And what those mean, let's say today's interest rate is 5.75% on an FHA product. With a 2-1 buydown, your interest rate would be 3.75% year one, 4.75% year two. Now, if the rates ever got better in the next couple years, in the next 2 years, let's say it gets better after 12 months, the money that you didn't use for the temporary rate buydown comes back to you as a principal reduction. And you still get the same opportunity to refinance. So those that are waiting, they're going to buy the house at the higher price. Yes, they're going to get a lower rate, but maybe the seller's not paying for concessions. So someone that's buying the house today, they're buying that fish, and then they're going to watch it grow, and then they can refinance it whenever they want to. So they still get that same interest rate opportunity.
Okay. That's great. Great information. All right. So now, are you the same company? Cindy was telling me that maybe you have do you have people that speak Spanish?
We do.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have some products also that, we love to use. It's the ITIN program. So there's a requirement of a 15% down payment, but we have assistants. We've got processing staff. We've got support staff that are bilingual that can help support and have those really good conversations and make sure that we communicate, and provide that knowledge that's necessary to give confidence to purchase a house. So some of those products, you can even use the 1% down program. You can use the 3% down program, the conventional product as well. Even FHA products are really good, but if you want to make a large down payment, by all means, make a large down payment as well. But yes, we do have bilingual staff members making that process very quick and efficient. Obviously, we've got an office here in town. Come visit us, drop off your documents, shake our hands, talk to us, and have a good understanding of that loan process.
Oh, where is your office?
So, it's funny you say that. I was born at Memorial Hospital back in 1980. My office is across the street from the old Memorial Hospital.
Ooh.
So we're right off of Due West, Briarville, Ellington, right off of Briley Parkway.
Okay.
So it's, we kind of share, they think that their office is Nashville, but it's technically Madison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right, so right there on the border.
Very convenient.
Okay, all right. And just a reminder, guys, this show it's not only broadcast on 1100 on your radio dial, but the video you can watch on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And now the Facebook link only lasts 30 days. So I know some of you are listening and you're like, wow, I got to get this information to some friends or family. Share it now. Tell them right away, go on and watch this video. We appreciate you sharing it too, because we are a Christian station. So that means that, we're not just in all the feeds automatically on Facebook. So, but yeah, this is really great information, very timely. And I know that, there's a lot of people that are kind of waiting and holding, like, well, I got to wait for this or that. But you have some great points there that they can get in now. And
yeah, I mean, and we do see rates, on the trajectory of the rates are coming down. We have some things that are taking place, and probably another day, another topic that we can address. But it does look ultimately like we're going to continue to see rates come down. Will it ever be where we saw it before? Likely no. And that, again, that's another conversation we can have. But, it does look like there potentially could be 2 Fed rate cuts this year, which will help. Investors have a better appetite for mortgage-backed securities and treasuries because those are the dictators of what the interest rates are for mortgages. Not necessarily what the Fed does with the Fed fund rate, but more how investors are interpreting what that's going to do to the market. Okay. So the buying and selling of mortgage-backed securities is actually what deciphers what the interest rates are to consumers. But we do see that improving this year. We've got a couple things that the Fed's looking at. Unemployment, they don't want that to go too high. They also want inflation to come down. And if there's one of those factors that becomes jeopardized, unemployment begins to go up too high, that's one of those signs that the Fed says, you know what, it's time for us to do another Fed rate cut. Okay. And inflation's coming down, actually. Some of the tariff things that have taken place, it's not been as big of a factor, and so that's been a good sign for consumers. And that's showing that inflation is coming down, and that's one of those signs that says, you know what, inflation's coming down, let's go ahead and drop rates, that Fed fund rate.
Okay.
So some really good things that are taking place in the market, but you don't want to be one of those. Any time in this business or in investing in its entirety, if someone is doing and the masses are doing it, it's probably not necessarily the best time. When rates are high, there's not as many people that are buying. That's your best time to purchase.
Okay.
Gives more opportunity.
And do you see anything else, any other predictions that maybe you just kind of see, coming down the pike that you want to put on record?
Well, we look at bonds, we look at mortgages, and some people say, well, do you think that we're going to see another 3% interest rate? I think it's very likely that we do see some fours in the market over the next 2-year period of time. 4.5, 4.75, I don't think is out of the picture. Even on some of our government programs, we've been in the mid fives. So for us to say, we'll see a 1% decrease in rates over the next 24 months, I think that's very likely. So, and that's going to create a little more affordability. On a $300,000 home, you're going to drop about $250 in a monthly payment.
Okay.
And some consumers, they don't want to pay for their escrow account at closing. So with a 3% down payment, you can manage your own escrow account with us on a conventional product. But I think ultimately you're going to continue to see a lot of affordability in the market with some of the rates coming down. We're going to continue to see programs that help consumers get into homes with down payment assistance. Utilize those programs. You don't have to be stuck into that program for the life of your loan, because when rates continue to come down in 12 months, you can refinance into a regular product, and that rate is going to be a little bit lower. Sometimes your down payment assistance programs do have a little bit higher interest rate, but after 12 months, you can always refinance and take advantage of a normal traditional mortgage.
Okay. Wow. Such great information. All right, guys. So one more time, give your name and number and company name.
Yeah. Kevin Kenerson, Lending Hand Mortgage, 615-859-LEND, 615-859-LEND. Company website is lhmtg.com, lhmtg.com.
And they can feel no pressure if they just want to just get some advice. They can give you a call and just say, hey, I'm just kind of thinking about this.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do soft credit pulls too, so they don't jeopardize your credit score.
Nice.
And we can do a pre-approval with that soft credit pull.
Very good. All right. You got 3 more minutes if you want them. Is there anything else that we are missing?
Well, I think if you don't know where you are financially, still give us a call. Do that discovery call with us to find out where you are. And if you're not ready to go, we're going to give you a path of how to get there.
Oh, okay.
So if your credit score maybe needs a little bit of help, let us help you. There's no cost. Like, we don't have an application fee. We don't have a consulting fee. It's all free.
Nice.
If you need some help with credit, we're going to give you some guidance. If it's a little bit out of our wheelhouse, we've got some individuals that we can refer out that can give you that guidance on maybe how to get some of those things removed off your credit. But we can have some really good conversations. We can do credit simulations and say, you know what, doing these things will help improve your credit score to X amount. It's going to take you this long to get those things taken care of. Your credit score might go from, let's say, a 550 credit score to a 620 in this period of time if you do these things that we've requested.
Excellent. Very good information.
We are doing free appraisals too right now.
Oh,
so,
really?
That's a value up to $600.
Wow. Free appraisals, guys. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that Cindy introduced us. Thanks for coming down. And we're going to make the switch over to, we have a baseball team coming in that I guess is going to be representing Tennessee and going to South Carolina. So I'm going to be doing an ad while you make the switch out. If you don't mind telling them to come in when I give the thumbs up, that would be great. Thanks, Kevin. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We are on one street over, and this is Lee Marie filling in for U-Turn Laverne. We got some baseball players coming in next, so beware. But I do want to tell you about a deadline today because at 11:59 p.m. today is the early bird discount cutoff for several of the classes over at Well on the Square, guys. So I know some of you have seen this really pretty flyer online. I'm going to go ahead and post it on my Lee Marie Facebook page as well. But I wanted to tell you that there's some classes that you can take for free if you register by 11:59 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to tell you what those are. One of them is called Power of Your Words, and this is a special one-day class. This is Monday, July 28th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So do you need some things to change in your life? You have been given an incredible tool, your words. Come learn how your words affect your life and how you can change your world by the power of your words. So this is taught by Shannon Baumgardner from Wellspring Ministries. I know you guys know her very well, and you can RSVP directly to her by texting 615-533-4587. Again, that's 615-533-4587. Power of your words, guys. This can change your world. And this is being offered Monday, July 28th at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Well on the Square, which is right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore. Register by tonight, and it's free. Right after that class on that same night, Monday, July 28th, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., we have Your Mental Health, How to Take Care of It. Again, this is a special one-day class. You can learn what you can do right now to improve your mental and emotional well-being. This is taught by Rhonda Rastelli. She's a nurse and also a psychiatric nurse practitioner. She's got a lot of great information. And again, it is free if you text her by 11:59 tonight. Don't wait that long. Her number is 615-266-3024. Again, that's 615-266-3024. This is free if you register by tonight. So 2 great classes on Monday, July 28th. This is the first time both of these ladies are teaching at Well on the Square, so we'd love to have a great turnout so that y'all can meet them. Now, earlier that morning, we're doing something that we have never done before, and it is called Mending, Alterations, and Repurposing Clothing. This is a special one-day class. It is from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So you can bring your clothing, hats, whatever that needs some mending or altering. And professional sewing instructor Carla, with decades of experience, will select some of the students' items to demonstrate mending, as well as helping you mend or alter some of your clothing. So this is a great deal, guys, because it's $20 early bird price, again, if you pay by tonight. So you can get something. I mean, how many of you have paid to get something altered and it was actually way more than the actual item cost, right? So this class, you can learn stuff while getting some stuff mended, and it's only $20, and of course, meeting some wonderful people as well. So new friends. I know my husband already has a stack of stuff that he is bringing to this class. So early bird is $20. After that, it goes up to $25, but we really like to get an early count so we have enough tables set up and that we're prepared. So again, that's Mending, Alterations, and Repurposing Clothing on Monday, July 28th, 10 a.m. to 11:30. Ages 12 through adult for that, okay? Then the last 2 things I want to tell you about before we bring in our baseball team. Not sure where they're all going to fit, but it's going to be fun. Today, Cindy Norton is teaching Total Body Fitness. That is every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10:30. First class is free. I love her class. She uses bands. She supplies the bands. Right now, for the month of July and August, she's also doing a night class on Tuesday nights, 6:15 to 6:45. But that is not going to be happening in September, so make sure you take advantage of those night classes right now. So anyways, first class free. After that, their class is only $5. Cindy Norton, she is a certified instructor. She actually also teaches at the Y, so I know a lot of you know her from South Haven. Right after her class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which would be today, that's why I'm in my workout clothes. I teach line dancing. So my line dance for fun, fitness, and friends is 11 to 11:30. Now, I can't tell you how many people I run into say, I don't know how to dance, or I have 2 left feet, or I have no rhythm. It doesn't matter. This is exercise, guys. We're just like doing grapevines and, fun stuff to uplifting songs. We're making new friends. And so you don't need any type of experience. I mean, it's kind of like Zumba, but with better music, right? So come on out. Now, that one we are actually doing in the bigger ballroom. So you go inside Crossroads Christian Bookstore, go down several stairs, and you will find us 11 to 11:30 every Tuesday and Thursday. And then on Tuesday nights, I am doing a 5:30 p.m. class to 6 o'clock p.m. And that's right before Cindy's nighttime class. So you can actually get an hour of fitness when you combine our 2 half-hour classes. So guys, my husband was reminding me on the way to work today, we have got to take care of our bodies. There are most diseases are so much directly lifestyle related to what we're eating and what we're doing. And instead of, getting operations and going on all these drugs and being sick all the time, guys, eat right and exercise. Get out there. You got to move it or lose it. That is so true. But anyways, we are over at Well in the Square, and we love fitness. We love wellness. We love funness, if that's a word. Anyways, speaking of funness, what a great transition. Am I ready? I think we're ready. We're going to pull in some chairs. Whoever wants to be the main speaker, I have another. Oh, thanks so much for staying and helping, Kevin. There's another microphone down here, Kevin, if you don't mind pulling that up there too. So whoever's going to be the main speakers can sit in front of the microphones. If you want to pull in other chairs, you can. Otherwise, you know what? It would look good if two players are seated and then the other 3 are standing behind you. That'll look really good in the camera because I'm going to put the camera right on you guys. Look at that. All right, so Dad might want to get a chair because otherwise Dad's head's cut off. See that? So let's pull in a chair for Dad. I love your outfits. They look amazing. All right. You guys excited? Yeah. All right, excellent. All right, we'll wait for Dad to get a chair in here. Excellent. All right. And if you want, let me check the other camera here. We have 2 cameras going. So that's the first one. So you might want to move a little bit that way so that we can see everybody in the other camera. Matter of fact, Dad, if you want to move that chair to the end here, so you guys can stand up and just move one of the chairs over there. And yeah, this is like Dad, there you go. It's kind of like that game. You guys remember that game with the little square with the little, you have to move one square at a time. There we go. Okay, so Dad's going to sit on that, or Dad can sit there, whichever. Why don't we have Dad on the end? So players, go there. Okay, excellent. And Dad, come on out to that end here. Very good. Because whoever's by the camera is going to look really big. So if Dad is there, he's going to look really big. Okay? Okay. All right, excellent. Very cool. Look at how fabulous that looks. Nice. Okay, I hope you guys are all watching at home. I hope the moms are sharing this link because this is exciting. What an exciting time. Okay, so first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So who wants to tell me what the name of your team is?
Our team is the Adams Red Devils.
Adams Red Devils, okay. And you're going to need to get kind of closer to the mic. So you guys can pull those microphones closer to you, actually. Pull that whole little mat towards you. There you go. Very good. Excellent. All right, so the Adams Red Devils. And is this a team that is a city team, or is it a school team or a community team? What kind of team is it?
It's
City team.
Yes, Eddie.
City team.
It's made up of Adams and Cedar Hill area.
Okay, so if you live in Adams and Cedar Hill, you're eligible to be on this team. Okay, and you guys are going to South Carolina. Is that what I hear?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
World Series.
World's.
We were the state runner-up,
Wow.
and so we'll play this coming Thursday.
This coming Thursday. Okay, they were state runner-up, and they're playing this Thursday. And where?
No, Thursday the 31st?
Okay, a week from tomorrow.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and is that the one that's in South Carolina?
Correct.
Oh my goodness! Wow, are you guys excited?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So first off, before we get any further, I know that you're the Adams Red Devils, but I don't know your name. So let's start with you. We're going to go in a circle that way, and when we get to the back row, you guys can just put your head over and talk into the mic. So what is your name, sir?
My name's Lucas Shoulders.
Okay.
I'm Trenton McClelland.
All right.
Gavin Brown.
All right.
Cannon Horbert.
Okay.
Tristan Tubbett.
All right.
I'm Coach Chuck.
Coach Chuck. All right. And it was Tristan's mom who actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you have a radio spot?" And it was a God thing because it was such perfect timing because this spot just opened. And so I said, "All right, here we go. Thursday morning." So I'm glad you guys all came out. So you're going, when do you leave for this trip?
Some of us will leave Wednesday. We
Okay.
have a coaches meeting Thursday around 2 o'clock, so
Okay.
it's like an 8-hour drive.
Oh my goodness, 8 hours.
But think most of us will leave then, but some of these guys may leave early Thursday morning.
Okay.
So it's kind of a mixed bag.
Okay. And so when exactly, what time is the game?
Thursday at 2.
Thursday at 2 p.m.
We were supposed to play Louisiana, but I think they backed out of tournament, so I think we're playing Virginia.
Because they heard you guys were coming.
Absolutely.
They were like, there's no way we can beat them. All right. So what positions do you play that are represented here?
I play like out anywhere in outfield.
Okay. Very good.
Catcher, third, second, and outfield.
Okay.
Shortstop and center field.
Okay.
Pitcher, catcher, and pitcher.
Oh, my.
wait, catcher and third base.
Catcher and third. Okay.
Center field.
All right. Well, I played baseball for 7 years, and so that's another reason why you guys are here, because when I heard about it, I was like, oh, that's near and dear to my heart. I absolutely loved playing. I played actually from 2nd grade to 9th grade. And can anybody guess what position I played?
Third base, pitcher.
No.
Catcher.
Catcher. I absolutely loved catching. And it was kind of like a thing by default. I got onto a team that didn't have a catcher. And so it's like, oh, man, no one is caught. And they're like, does anybody want to try? And I was in 3rd grade. And I was like, I'll try. And after I started, I was just like, I was bit, because you can be involved with every play, but you don't have the pressure of the pitcher,
Very true.
Because the pitchers, that's just, I don't know. I think that would be way too stressful for me. But anyways, so I want to hear some things about you guys. What are you most excited about? Who wants to talk? Go ahead.
What I'm most excited about is like having fun and the experience of the World Series.
Okay. All right. What about you, sir?
I'm excited to beat everybody.
Very good. Anybody else want to say?
I'm excited that we get this opportunity to go and take it.
Nice.
I'm excited that we get to play in the World Series.
In the World Series.
I'm excited that we also get to play.
Awesome. Dad?
I'm excited to see these guys maybe relax a little. There's been a lot of pressure up to this point.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all still want to achieve the goal or the bigger goal. We've hit one now. We want to try to hit this other one if we can. But I'm excited to see them just, be kids again, kind of relax a little bit and enjoy the moment. To my knowledge, this is the first team that Adams has ever had.
Wow, really?
So
that's awesome. Have you guys gone to like the city council yet for,
we have not. So
okay, so
everything
that's on the
we've done
books.
So far, it's been social media or family members, things like that. We've kind of reached out
All
to.
right. Well, I think it's about time. When is the next city council meeting for the city of Adams?
I am not sure.
All right, somebody needs to call them up.
We probably should.
Yes,
Probably should.
because it might be soon, and maybe they can get you in before the, because they all need to know. This is the first team from Adams that's going to the World Series. That is awesome, guys. Now, did you guys ever think that you would, be going this far?
Well, at the start, we knew we could make it to state, but going through state, we knew we could make it to the World Series.
Awesome, very good. Now, Coach Chuck, is this the first time you've had a group go to the World Series?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, so the majority of these boys that we have 12 kids, and that's the same 12 kids that we started with. So we didn't have anybody all year long. Because 12 is who signed up. That's who we had. But the majority of these kids, myself and some other coaches have coached since they were about 4 years old. So this group has played together.
Oh, and that's crucial.
It is. It
Yeah.
really is, especially in a
You can
small
move in a little bit closer to the mic so it kind of picks you up. So yeah, for those of you that could not hear what he said, they have the original 12 players. And yeah, I know how crucial that is when you have people that have played together for so long, because, you kind of know each other and what people are capable of. And if something gets, hit and it's even halfway in between the two, who's going to get it, those type of little things.
We've got a pretty tough bunch of kids. I will say the majority of this team are all multi-sport athletes. Some of our kids are this morning at football practice.
Oh my goodness.
So, most of them, if they're not playing baseball, they're playing baseball, basketball, and some are playing all three. So. Wow.
I hope you guys are being very careful at your football practice. I'm surprised your parents even let you out, because, you want to make sure you stay intact before the World Series, right? All right, guys, smile big. I'm taking a picture from here. Awesome. Very cool. All right. So, what was your record for this year? One of you guys?
Was it like 17 and 3?
No, it's more than that.
More than that?
Like 17 and 1, I want to say.
No, it's more.
No.
I think it's more like 25 and
yeah.
5 maybe
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
for
yeah.
every game we played.
like
Oh,
the travel
yeah.
26 and 5, counting some tournaments and things we played.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. So you guys, now, do you have any like special stories or special moments that anybody wants to share? I'll let you think about it for a minute while I talk to the audience here. I'm going to move the camera. So think about any special stories or special moments from this season that you'd like to share while I just do a little housekeeping here. You guys are tuned into 1100 WSGI. And remember, guys, we are live, our videos live on Facebook as well as YouTube and also on our website. Guys, you can go to our website at WSGI1100.com. And also, we have phone app now for WSGI, guys. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can download that app very easily, WSGI. And that way you can also be following us 24/7. So during the daytime, we have a lot of talk shows like this. But when we play music, we play good old gospel music. So you will hear a lot of variety. You'll hear some bluegrass gospel, some Elvis. Anybody like Elvis? Anybody know Elvis? Yeah, good. All right. You'll hear bluegrass, Southern gospel, lots of great music. T. Rawls has been doing a great job. Matter of fact, guys, if you missed any of yesterday's shows, we had 2 shows on yesterday. We had one from 7 to 8, and we had one from 8 to 9. 7 to 7:30, Pastor T. Rawls came on. He gave a recap for Pray for TN. He is also the one that is doing all the playlist editions for WSGI. So make sure you go back and watch that show. Also share these shows, guys, especially this one, because you guys have some fundraisers coming up. So after the special stories, we definitely want to tell the community about the fundraisers because we want them to know how they can support you guys. Okay, so raise your hand if you have a story or a special moment from this year that you want to talk about. All right, now pull the microphone down a little bit because we got to hear you nice and loud, okay? All right, let's hear your story.
When we got told that we're going to the World Series,
Mm-hmm.
and that made me so happy and confident.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's special. Did you want to say something? No? Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Well, you reminded me of I used to live in California, and so I was an Angels fan for the longest time. And they didn't do so well, but they were like 5 miles from our house. So we went to a lot of Angel games. Well, finally, they won the World Series, and I was so excited because I got to be there for it and just crying. It was just so touching. So I know that to make it to a World Series at, no matter what level, it's just, you've made it. That's it. All right. So we got some fundraisers coming up, right?
Correct.
All right, so who wants to talk about the first one coming up?
The first one I think will be at the rodeo.
The rodeo that's this weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Robertson County, guys, the rodeo is coming to Robertson County Fairgrounds this Friday night and Saturday night. So how are you raising money at the rodeo?
We do Venmo, and we also take donations and sponsorships.
Okay, so will you have like a table up?
I think we're probably going to have a table up. We'll probably have a few boys just kind of walking around.
Walk around in their uniforms.
We've had some parents that's put a lot. We've got a really good group of parents. I'll say that. The moms are fantastic. I don't know if they've slept since we even finished the state tournament, but we've had several moms that's made some little trinkets, some air fresheners, some things like that.
Oh,
that we're
okay.
gonna try to sell and do.
Okay. Now, are you also having like some type of raffle that they can
Correct,
get
yes,
in?
ma'am. So we
Is
have
that going to be at the rodeo also?
We can, yes.
Okay.
So same thing. You can pay cash or Venmo. It's $20 a ticket.
Okay.
It's for a rolling Yeti cooler.
Oh, those are nice.
So it's a nice cooler. It's navy blue. So we'll have the cooler there, but we're trying to raffle that off as well.
Okay. Well, I did send Kara a certificate for 10 line dance classes in case they would like to put that in the raffle as well. So so guys, you can also enter for those classes. Again, those classes are taught at Well in the Square, 600 South Main Street, right by Crossroads Christian Bookstore. Okay, so this weekend, some of you are going to be at the rodeo raising money. So community, here you go. We want to support our own. This is the first time Tennessee Adams has sent a team to the World Series, so we want to make sure we get behind them. And then there's another fundraiser, right?
Well, so we have kind of like a donation tier we're trying to do.
Okay.
That's 3 different tiers. So I got to look at this because I don't know off the top of my head.
And maybe one of the moms, because I know the moms are listening right now out in the lobby. Maybe one of them can go on to the Facebook show and put the link, because I know that you guys have a link online where people can Venmo or whatever. Murph's, there we go. Murph's Country Music Barn is saying, go Red Devils. All right. Someone's saying, tell Dad to get closer to the mic. Okay, yes. So, Dad, when you talk, you'll need to get by the mic because they're not hearing you. It's great. On Facebook, there we have an opportunity where people can actually put comments on during the show. So good deal. Okay, so you're starting. Do you have that link? Just totally take the mic over by you.
Okay, so the Venmo link, if that's what you're talking about, what you're picking up. So it's at D2 Majors Team, TN.
Okay.
That you can donate there. And any donation is much appreciated. Again, we're just trying to cover travel expenses and lodging if we can, right? But the donation tiers that we've got are the double, the triple, the home run, and the grand slam.
Okay.
And so that starts at $300 for the double, $500 for the triple, $800 for the home run, and $1,000 for the grand slam. And obviously those come with benefits as far as we have a Facebook page and do we have a
yes.
account too, maybe?
Yeah, so if
And we
there's
get Team Banner.
okay. Yeah, so we'll have the Facebook page. So maybe Kara, maybe you can put that. I see she's watching right now. You can put that in the comment section for WSGI while we're live. That'd be great. If there's maybe like a link, or you can go to Kara's Facebook page because Kara's last name is Tobitt, same as Tristan's. You can wave Tristan. This is Kara's son. So, and the reason why that you guys are here because she knew about WSGI, and so that's great. I love when people reach out to us.
A lot of this information as well as on our 12U Adams baseball Facebook page as well. So we have a lot of this stuff there. So
Okay.
if you're curious or you want to know or need more details as kind of what all goes into this, you can go to there on Facebook. It'll have everything you need.
Okay, very good. So there's some Facebook links. And what I'll do too later today after the show, I will try to share those on my page as well. All right, so we have about 7 minutes left. So think about anything else that you want to talk about, or if one of the moms is out there listening and they want to come in. If we've forgotten something, moms, come on in.
I don't have a list of sponsors. I know there are several. I do want to say thank you to everyone who has supported these boys. Really do appreciate it. I promise you they're grateful for it, and I can promise you that we'll continue to work hard to hopefully win this World Series.
Yeah.
But to all those sponsors, to all the individuals, to everyone that has reached out and donated, and even just sent kind messages. Hey, it's much appreciated.
Okay, very good. And what an accomplishment. This is just so awesome. So I'm really glad you guys came in. And I think, doesn't somebody have a list of all of the players' names? I thought somebody might have that. I was looking in my email right now. I don't know if I see that, but I see some fabulous pictures of you guys. Okay, there's the code. Okay, yeah, I will definitely put this up. So season highlights, let's see, state runner-ups, Tennessee D2 Majors Division, ozone level. Then community-driven success, support from local sponsors, strong performance and regional turnout. So you guys have quite a few accomplishments under your belt. And you're going to be going to Lexington, South Carolina to compete against the Beth youth teams from all across the country. That's what that says. Wow. How exciting. Well, I'm really thrilled for you guys. This is really cool. So anything else that you would like to mention while we have a couple minutes left? Anybody? Want to talk about what your favorite part of baseball is, or why you like the position you play? It looks like you have something in your mind. No? Okay. Mr. Tobitt? No? All right. Go ahead. You're the speaker. What's your favorite thing about the position you play?
The action I get when it comes to me.
Right. What about some of the other things that you guys have learned? Like one thing that I loved playing 7 years of baseball was I learned, good sportsmanship. I learned how to encourage people, how to be a good sport, just a lot of responsibility, because you can't be late, you got to have all your stuff. Does anybody want to talk about any of that stuff that they've learned from being on a team? How about you, sir? Anybody? Dad? Oh, wait, you go ahead.
The friendships that we
Ah,
do and
yeah.
all
Yes.
that stuff.
The friendships, that's right. And you know what? That's very similar to like when you perform at any level, even like on a dance team. You know, when you're on a team together, going through something together, those friendships, those just can't be, created anywhere else other than going through something together. So, I encourage you guys, especially if there's parents listening out there who you're like, oh, well, my kids want to be in this or that. It's so great to be on a team and to make those bonds and just, especially because too many of us have electronics in our hand too much, right? We're doing too many video games, too many cell phones, whatever. And so it's really great to get out and just be playing ball, America's favorite pastime, right?
That's right. I think what they're not telling you is they've set goals at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. Just a life lesson, right? Make goals, whether they're obtainable or not. Make goals. Give yourself something that you can work at. That's the big thing.
So do they tell you those goals or how do you?
I don't think they told me individual goals. I think as a team, like Lucas was saying, going into the start of the year, we thought we had some pretty good chances, and as the year went on, we realized, hey, we are a pretty good ball team, and if we work really hard, we can achieve these goals. So I think they all have probably individual goals that they're too shy to talk about, but I do know they have set some goals for themselves to get to this point. I think we've got more to achieve. And whether we fall short or we don't, right, it's a good thing to set goals and just have something to try to go after. So
Right, definitely, yeah. And I know that, it can be stressful out there, especially when you're like down to the wire. I know some games have probably been a little bit heartbreaky, when, it comes down to you. But that's great that you guys, stuck it out. You, stuck together, and now you get to represent the whole state of Tennessee. We're just so proud of that. And so, yeah, I want to make sure that the city of Adams knows, and also Robertson County. We have some contacts on the commissioners and the mayor, so we need to tell them about you guys too, because you need to be recognized at all levels for what you're doing.
awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, I wish you guys all the best with your fundraising. I know we're going to be at the rodeo because we never miss the rodeo. So we will look for you guys, and I'll tell people too about you that you need to support Tennessee. So I know, there's a lot of expenses going on. I mean, even leading up to this point, there's a lot of expenses and a lot of sacrifices that, families make to be able to do this,
Absolutely. It's a week at state, and then hopefully a week here at the World Series level. So
Oh, yeah. So how many games do you play at this level?
So it really depends. So the tournament starts officially the 1st and it runs to the 6th.
Okay.
And that's all based upon how long you play is on how much you win.
How much you win.
So that's the goal there is to hopefully be coming home the 6th, tired, wore out, but happy.
Yes, exactly. Well, just such a great experience just to go no matter what happens. But we'll be praying for you guys. We'll be watching on Facebook and looking and enjoying the pictures. Have you all been to South Carolina before, or is this a first time for anybody to go to South Carolina? Awesome. It's a first time to South Carolina for all of you. Well, I haven't been either. So that is exciting. Wow. Well, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I know it's really early, especially for anybody, under 50. I'll just say that. So I appreciate you guys coming in and being a part of this, and wish you all the best. Coach Chuck, anything else before we part?
No, thank you as well for the opportunity, and we'll see everybody this weekend, hopefully, and good luck to everyone. Appreciate it.
All right, play ball. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You can go ahead and go on out, and you can take some pictures out there if you'd like. I also have some stickers before you go. If you want to hang out for 5 minutes, I'll be out there, and I'll give you all some stickers. We have some cool WSGI stickers, so I'll be off air in about 5 minutes, Coach Chuck. So I'll be out there. If you want to shut the door on your way out, that'd be cool. And I will finish up here. We have 4 minutes left. This has been Lee Marie filling in for U-Turn Laverne. Let me get you. There I am. Oh my gosh, that brings back so many amazing memories. I just, guys, baseball. I'll tell you, it is my favorite sport. It really is, and so many great times. It makes me want to go back into my old photos and get some of those out. And I have to laugh because there's a couple of them that my hair is literally exactly how it is right now. So, yeah, I haven't changed much. But, yeah, I see, like, some of the, like, I think even Cedar Hill has a co-ed baseball team. And, I see some of these, and I'm thinking, like, I should join. But But the thing is that, I dance for a living, and so I can't really afford to bust any bones right now. And until I get maybe, a little bit more better in shape, because I know my husband is like, all right, we're going to start riding our bikes. We're going to start eating better. We're going to take care of ourselves hardcore. And so I'm all in, Stephen. I am. I really am. So maybe after I'm doing that for a little bit, then maybe I'll join one of these local community baseball teams. But it's so much fun. It really is. And I'm so glad that Kara reached out and said, hey, this is what is happening, because, I've been so busy that I have not been reading the papers and looking as much on stuff as I should, but there's been so many things to get ready for. So anyways, I'm really glad that Kara reached out and said, hey, this is what's going on. And so I'm like, all right, let's get them in. So they were all so amazing. And I just hope that, that Robertson County and if you're even listening in another part of Tennessee, guys, they're representing our whole state. So please donate to these kids and let's help them. This is their first time to be in South Carolina, and of course, the first time in the World Series. So we want to get behind them. And like I said, I will share that, and also on my Facebook page. And if you have my cell phone number, you can text me and I'll text that to you as well. But anyways, we only have a couple minutes left. And so tomorrow is Faith Friday, which means we always have a faith-related guest on. So we have the Hope Center coming on, guys. They have not been on, as far as I know, for a couple of years. And so you're definitely going to want to tune into the Hope Center. Wonderful group, wonderful program. And then, of course, U-Turn Laverne will be back on Monday. Okay, but there's so much going on. If you need stuff to go to, listen to the Go Show, guys. Every Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m., I am on air doing the Go Show, and that is, I tell you, lots of places you can go, because there are so many places in Robertson County. Just because we don't have a theater and a bowling alley and a skating rink doesn't mean we can't be creative. And let me tell you, there's a ton of things. Any given night, I'm usually picking from like 3 or 4 different things. That's how many things are always going on here. And it's just a great community and so many great churches. Oh, my goodness. The churches are always having fun things going on. I know there's a huge river baptism that Grace Baptist is doing this coming Sunday. I understand the fish fry portion is sold out because they did sell tickets for that. But I do know that anybody can go watch that river baptism. And that is a quite touching event. We've been a part of that in the past. And so I believe that river baptism is starting at 12:30 right over there in the Cars Creek. But anyways, if you have any questions, guys, you can always put comments in the Facebook post on on Facebook, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm definitely going to let you guys know about these Adams baseball players that are going to represent Tennessee leaving next week, guys. So please try to get your donations in early so that they don't stress, okay? Because these families have, sacrificed a lot. We want to support them. All right, guys, just we got 1 minute left. I'm just going to remind you again, there's a ton of great classes coming to Well in the Square, and there's actually on this list, there's 5 classes, and I'm thinking, 4 out of the 5 are actually free if you do certain things. Like 2 of them are free if you register by 11:59 p.m. tonight. 2 of them are free for your first day. So the 2 that are free on your first day are Total Body Fitness with Cindy Norton. And then also my Dance for Fun, Fitness, and Friends class is also free. And that is today at 11 a.m. to 11:30. And also every Tuesday and Thursday. So I hope you guys will take advantage of some of these opportunities out there, guys, to just get together and, be with the community. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer because it is 7:59. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for introducing me to all these new people that I got to meet today. Heavenly Father, we ask for your hand on this baseball team, that you be glorified in everything that they say and do. Heavenly Father, we ask for your angels of protection all around these families as they travel to South Carolina. May they all just have a wonderful time, a wonderful, sweet fellowship, and may they all grow closer to you, Heavenly Father. We love you. We praise you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. All right, 8 o'clock on the dot. Thank you guys for joining me. I've really enjoyed it, and I will see you all tomorrow for One Street Over Faith Friday with the Hope Center. God bless. Make it a great day. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.
This is Jonathan Wilburn, and you're listening to Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky's new home of great gospel music. 7 days a week. WSGI AM 1100 Springfield, God's Informant.